What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another matchups video where I, Hutchinson, bound to deliver you a bunch of matchups that I like, dislike, or really want to talk about for fantasy football this week. Before I get in this video, I'd appreciate it if you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, click that little notification bell so you'll be notified every single time a new video does drop on this YouTube channel. And check out the 44 website, 44.com/plans. Go to that plans page, and there's a bunch of a huge variety of bonus content that you can have access to. Just use the code YouTube when signing up for an awesome plan that's going to help you win your fantasy football league. Again, use the code YouTube when signing up for a plan to get 25% off. So without further ado, let's get right in this video. Again, this is matchups that I love, hate, or just want to talk about for fantasy football for this week. Looking at the first one, this is a Thursday night football game with the Bengals and the Ravens. Usually I don't talk Thursday night football because this video usually posts on Thursdays, but there's a matchup here I really want to talk about, and that's Keaton Micthell against Cincinnati Bengals run defense. Keaton Mitchell is a must play to me. He's pretty much a must start at this point. Over the last 2 weeks, he's had 16 opportunities. On the season, he's had 16 opportunities. He's made 199 yards of those opportunities, and head coaching staff, all the coaching staff are telling us that more opportunities are coming for Keaton Mitchell at Thursday Night Football. So if he gets like 10 plus touches, he's going to be a must start with his explosiveness, with his ability to make plays. Keaton Mitchell's a guy you got to play. And the next one's a very similar player to Keaton Mitchell. He's coming off injury. DeVon Achane, if he is active, he is a must play. I mean, when you look at the 3 weeks that 3-week tear he had, he was pretty much a must start in fantasy football. Those are pretty much the only 3 games he actually started. He was a must play. I mean, he just simply was. I mean, he scored like 50, 22, and 20 fantasy points. I mean, how do you not start this guy if he's active? And he gets the Raiders defense even better. Like DeVon Achane is a must play. So next player we got to lock in our lineups is Rachaad White. Lock him in until he shows us otherwise. This is kind of not, it's for this week too, but for future weeks, until we see something different, lock Rachaad White in your lineups every single week. He's currently a top 8 running back in PPR on the season. He's been crushing it in the pass catching game. The only weakness he has is really when you run him up the middle. He really just doesn't have that physicality to get extra yards. But when you put him on the outside, when you get him in space, which is what the Buccaneers are liking to do with him, he gets yards. He makes plays, and he's doing fantastic for fantasy football. Again, as I said earlier, currently a top 10 running back on the season. So I don't care with San Fran defense this week. They're a good defense. You start Rachaad White. Now, the next play I really like this week is Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is a very valid start this week. He's back. I mean, last week he finished as a QB 13 in fantasy football. And when you watched him play, it's clear that his leg was healthy. He was running the football aplenty, and he overall looked like a really good quarterback. I was very impressed watching Kyler Murray play. And this week, the Arizona Cardinals, they get the Texans, and their defense is decent, not elite. So Kyler Murray's going to be able to, I think he's going to be able to put together a good fantasy game, second game off that injury. Looking at my game of the week, I like Monday Night Football, the Vikings and the Broncos. Broncos just came off Monday Night Football win against the Buffalo Bills, and they're coming back to prime time to take on the Minnesota Vikings. But looking at the Vikings side of the football, Joshua Dobbs, you can play as a QB1. If you need a QB1, you can play him. He got the rushing, he's got the passing, and Justin Jefferson could be returning to the offense. That would just that would unlock a whole new level of Joshua Dobbs potentially. And then looking at the receiving room for the Vikings, you have Justin Jefferson. If he plays, you're starting him. Jordan Addison, you're starting him. TJ Hutchinson, you're starting him. He had a highlight reel last week. Oh my gosh, TJ Hutchinson was unbelievable. He got beat up on every single play. Like his highlight reel was just disastrously bad to watch. If you're like a Hutchinson fan or a Vikings fan, he got hit so hard every single play, but he's not injured. He's back in your lineups every week. And then looking at the running back room, you can start Chai Chandler if Alexander Madison does miss, but not with confidence. You'd have to, it's a desperate play. You're likely looking for the end zone with him. And looking at the Broncos side of the football, Russell Wilson is a QB2 kind of play. And then you're looking at Courtland Sutton as a solid flex option. He has scored 10 plus PPR points in every single game this season. I'm not exaggerating. Every single game this season. Every single one. There's like only a couple receivers in the entire league that are doing that right now. Courtland Sutton is one of them. And then Javonte Williams. They finally started to use him a lot the last couple of weeks. He's been getting better. Javonte is in your lineups this week. The Vikings are okay against the run, but nevertheless, Javonte Williams has been getting better. He's got to be in your lineups this week. He's a must play. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not starting Jerry Jeudy. I'm not starting any of these other running backs. I'm not starting any tight ends on the Broncos. So let's get in these defensive streamers. The first one is going to be the Steelers defense. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, as we all know, has just gone down to a season-ending shoulder injury. I mean, he just had surgery that's going to end his season. So it's going to be Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting for the Cleveland Browns. That's what most reports are showing, at least. He's going to be the guy, and that's quite concerning for this offense. So if you have the Steelers defense or if they're on your waiver wire, they're a really good start this week. And looking at my other defense, I am actually really, really intrigued by the Lions this week. They get the Chicago Bears, and the Bears, they might have Justin Fields coming back. Maybe. It looks like he is going to come back, or it's the backups. That's not going to be a good situation. That's not going to be a good situation for this offense. And the Lions defense, we know they're very good. They're very talented, and they can get turnovers. They can get sacks very quickly. This could be a game where the Lions defense takes over and just has a heck of a performance. So do not be surprised if the Lions defense has a crazy, crazy big game. I'd be starting them in fantasy. All right, but that's going to be it for this video today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click that little notification bell so you'll be notified every single time a new video drops. Check out the 44.com/plans page and use the code YouTube when signing up to get 25% off your plan. And follow me on Twitter. I'm at HutchinsonB_FF. I'm a teenage content creator trying to make his way in the fantasy football space. So any love or support would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So good luck in your matchups, everybody. Should be a really fun week 11. We're approaching playoff time. It's a really fun time in the season. We'll see you all early next week with a transactions video.